the Jamaican Boys and Girls Championships, better known as the Champs. Described as the world's finest talent spotting event, this inter-schools competition has been putting young Jamaican athletes to the test for over 100 years. Every school in Jamaica puts forward its most promising students who come to Kingston to compete in front of an audience of 50,000 people. Bolt arrives at the Champs to meet his biggest fans.
Running in lane 2. And so they're off for the 4x400.
Usain ran in the Champs when he was 16. He won the 200 meters and then, running in driving rain, knocked more than a second off the Jamaican record in the 400 meters.
This is Usain Bolt, the Class 2 champion last year, comes through to win the Class 1 quarter, takes it, Miles is second, and Glenn Gustin. The flash time, 45.4. Usain Bolt, too much for everyone at 45.4, a new champs record in the Class 1 400 meters.
Usain ended his 2003 season as one of the world's top 10 athletes in the 200 meters. Foreign sponsors and American colleges began queuing up to sign him.
Just before he left William Knibb, you know, a lot of those letters comes in the mail to us from university in the States, and I think some was from Germany too.
I was really close to my mom. I've never really lived for long away from my parents, more than like, what, a week, maybe a weekend. I was always with my parents, so for me to go live somewhere else by myself, that was gonna be hard, so for me, I didn't wanna go.
We decided, parents, that he's too young to be on his own overseas, and I followed tracks, and then I realized that quite a few of those people who went abroad lost in the system because they overworked them to run their championships, and I didn't want that.
Instead of going overseas, Usain chooses the High Performance Athletics Center in Kingston. For a teenager from a small village, it's still an enormous leap.
It was really hard, knowing that he was so young, moving into Kingston, not having a mother around. At least he didn't have any women around at the time. We know that we have to get a helper for him. And so, you know, you don't know what the outcome would be. It was really challenging for me.
Life changed rapidly for the young star. He signed a sponsorship deal worth tens of thousands of dollars and hired himself an agent. He was soon appearing on the cover of an international magazine and getting a taste of life in the media spotlight.
First time, all right? Quiet on the road. Speed. Rolling. And action. Let go. Stick.
But Usain remained focused on his next sporting challenge, the Olympic Games in Athens. On the 11th of April 2004, Bolt shatters the 200-meter junior world record. To this day, he remains the only junior to run the race in under 20 seconds. 17 years old, Bolt looks set for stardom at the Olympic Games in Athens later that year. But a series of injuries means he is forced to bow out of a major athletics meeting in Kingston, and it's clear he's not fully fit for Athens. But Bolt chooses to ignore advice and takes part anyway.
was down for the Olympics. Everyone was looking forward for it. That year he went to Athens and he didn't do well.
I didn't think he should go. He didn't merit on that team, but J3 selected him. I know he was not going to do well because he was not on par with his training because of his sickness and so forth.
Running with a torn hamstring, Bolt is eliminated in the heats of his first Olympic Games.
A lot of people would have failed in Athens and never recover. Not Usain. There was disappointment, but it was more from the camp, the officials, the coaches, and others, but not Usain. He just went along enjoying what he was doing.